Aloha everyone, this is Naomi Kaylee, Intuitive Soul Alignment Mindset Coach here. And so today we are actually on day 5 of my Activate, Revamp, Expand into a multiple six-figure freedom-based business. And for the past 5 days, I've been sharing amazing content for everybody in order to get to that next level that they're looking for. So in the past 5 days, I talked about day 1, activate your superpower. Day 2, revamp your soul purpose, archetype and biz model. Day 3, I talked about expanding to the correct path of least resistance. Day 4, I talked about like integrating to fulfillment, to create a multiple six-figure freedom-based biz model. And then day 5, today I'm going to talk about aligned strategies of your soul with the right mindset, doing it out of self-love. So I'm going to actually go and share this right on top of my my pages, my Facebook group, and also on my personal page. So if you could just give me a second to do that. I'm just waiting for it to load. But in the meantime, if you are feeling, at any time that this information is really a credible information that you want to share with your audience, feel free to share this on your pages, in your Facebook group, because if you share this, you actually could get an entry to win the prize at the end of my 5-day trainings in my live stream series that we're doing here right now. So let me just share it first right on my timeline. And then while that's happening, I'm going to also share on my actual on my Facebook group. Okay, so just give me a second. Facebook group. I have to kind of type it in and find it and stuff, so that's why. So in 2 places I'm going to share that. Okay, so past 5 days I've been really talking about very deep stuff on how you could actually create a multiple six-figure business to give you more freedom of time, money, and energy. And each of the topics I talk about are very deep. So if you didn't get to watch the other ones and suddenly you fell upon this one, please go back and listen to it. I actually have it right on my biz page, which is Being Alohi, and also on my YouTube channel, because I have my Naomi TV interview series. It's right there on my YouTube channel. If you just search my name, Naomi Kaylee, and I have hundreds and hundreds of videos sharing about amazing information like this. So hi Lena. So if you are listening in, just say hi so that I know that you're there. And then also, again, if you share this to your personal page or your Facebook group, wherever you feel like sharing it, and you get an extra entry in order to win the prize at the end for all those that participate to do the prompts and who shares this with their audience. So today, again, I'm going to talk about day 5, which is we're going to really go deeper into the aligned strategies of your soul to do with the right mindset, to do out of self-love. And so what we're going to actually talk about is actually becoming one with source and with your higher self, so that you can really get really clear on the strategies that will really work for you. A lot of people, when they go out looking for a coach or looking for ways to improve their business, they automatically go to a business coach or a marketing coach or somebody that's going to help them make money. But a lot of times they don't realize they actually just need to focus on what their soul is designed to do first, and then go out and find the right sales type of coach, or the right business coach, or the right person that can help with your messaging and all of that. And why they're not creating a successful business is because they're searching too much on necessarily the outcome or the transformation that they actually need to give to others, whatever they're supposed to offer, right? Whatever they're supposed to do in order to attract their clients, which doesn't necessarily happen really well if you don't know what's really aligned to your type of soul. So in the past couple of days, I explained how we have 8 superpowers. And out of those 8 superpowers, we have our life challenges, these are basically your 3 main gifts. It's the main thing that you offer to others, is is the life challenges, and your main superpower is the actual energy that you are at soul level, and that's actually what brings people to you. So over the past 2 years, I've been finding that many people don't know what their superpower is. They're actually aligning too much to their life challenges, and then they have all these symptoms of misalignment, which is they lose their soul's voice, they lose their path, they lose their why, they lose their authenticity. So they end up either copying, or they've got deep mindset issues like perfectionism, shiny object syndrome, imposter syndrome, all the other mindsets that stop them from actually moving forward, when really they have a soul alignment problem. And once you get into soul and business alignment, then you can work into the other things of the strategies and stuff like that. So it really depends on what your superpower is, and then from there we can work through to figure out the strategies. So today I'm going to talk about actually the 5 major pillars that makes a successful soul aligned business that is with ease and flow. Most people don't go this approach. They only maybe have 1 or 2 of these pillars, or maybe even 3 of the pillars, but they don't actually implement from the start that I'm talking about, from 1 to 5. They usually go from 5 to 1 in the wrong order, or they mix it all up and they get really confused. So it's really important to do these 5 pillars in your business and in your lifestyle. And it's absolutely going to save you a lot of time and energy eventually, because when you do the proper work, when you do the market research, when you do work with clients, bring people through that process, prove your method, get testimonials, get people really, really fired up about your offer, absolutely you should get to 6 figures plus. And it's actually very easy, because you just need a key strategy, like 1 core or 2 programs that will get you to 6 figures, 100K, or multiple 6 figures above 200 or 300K. If you can just only attract the most ideal client to you, making 10K months, 20K, 30K months is actually not that. This is actually very, very easy to do with the key strategies that are aligned to your type of soul. So here's the 5 pillars that I've worked with dozens and dozens, actually hundreds of my clients, whether it's my private clients or it's my group programs. And this past 5 days, I talked about my signature system, which is the activate, revamp, and expand into your multiple 6-figure type of business by using those key steps. So again, if you didn't listen to the past trainings, please go listen to that, because they're really, really powerful stuff. And I also have it in written form too. If you look, I actually made posts explaining some of the key aspects of what I talked about in the live stream. Okay, so here's the 5 pillars that makes a very successful soul aligned business with flow and ease. The first one is your soul alignment. So I'm a soul alignment type of coach. Even though I teach things in business or help with the marketing and help with the mindset, my key expertise is through soul alignment. So what I mean is actually, what is your superpower? What are your 3 main gifts? What is your main energy, or what your soul type is? And when we look at what your alignment is from the specific path that you're supposed to go on, and look from your superpower perspective, then we can get you there faster. In record time, basically. So I basically help my clients get there in record time. So that's the first step, is you have to have very key clarity of your specific superpower path. That's what soul alignment is about. It's actually very specific. So if you align to your superpower and stay away from your life challenges, and if you don't know what your life challenges and all of that is, go listen to day 1, because I talked really deeply about symptoms of misalignments, and what your life challenges could be. So first, you need to really, really be clear on your soul alignment. Then once you're clear on that, then you can do the second pillar, which is business alignment. So of course, this has everything to do with aligning your business to your type of soul. your specific superpower. So you have to basically create your business model that will fulfill you being in alignment to your superpower. So it's like, what will make you money, right? Monetizing your superpower is what business alignment is all about, right? Creating a business that's truly in alignment to your superpower, that's truly in alignment to your soul alignment blueprints, which is the exact map, the roadmap of your type of soul. And that I actually invented to create this type of map so that no matter which direction you decide on going, you can keep your mind and energy with that specific parts of your blueprints. So business alignment is a really important part of it, as so is the soul alignment. They marry together, they go together, right? So if you are a type of soul type that likes to talk about people's purpose, that likes to talk about aspects of what their business model should look like, more aligned to your soul, then creating a coaching or a consulting type of agency or something like that that's really, really tailored towards helping people with their soul and business alignment could be a really good way to leverage your time and energy. So this is why I created my soul alignment blueprints, because then I could teach my students on how they can create a soul alignment, business alignment type of coaching, and be certified by me to make these soul alignment blueprints. That is exactly what will help people to go to their specific superpower path very, very quickly. So if you want to really bring your whole business model into helping people with a depth of what their soul type is, this is why I actually launched my modality, so that I could teach more people how exactly to do that. And since I'm a multidimensional healer, I also teach a lot about mindset. So, and then also how to clear things. So the third pillar is mindset. Actually, I just said it. With mindset goes with clearings also, and activations. So if you're looking into really establishing yourself as a mindset coach or someone to help them remove blocks in their life, in their business, then this pillar would be a very, very good place to target your market in, right? If that is who you want to work with, right, that may be really stuck in what they're thinking about, so they're not taking action, with all the deep kind of self-worth issues that people have, mindset is a really, really important pillar. So I've labeled into 4 kinds of mindsets. So it's basically, mindset is about what are the actual 4 levels of mindset that you're lacking, that blocks you from your abundance and money and opportunities that should bring to you. And this mindset has a lot to do with self-love, deep self-love issues, deep healing issues, deep trauma. And so this is where healings and clearings is very, very important to receive if you are stuck and there's deep mental issues that are coming out as you launch your business, as you do more in your business. Your mindset issues will block all the abundance. And no matter what you do, unless you work on it internally, and then also help other people break through those things. That's also important, because you learn a lot about your issues of your mindset. Mindset is so important to get to multiple 6 figures and have a freedom-based business. It's like a really, really, really important pillar. So again, if you really want to learn more about that, I'm actually going to create more program just about that, about multidimensional healing and clearings, and how to deal with mindset issues that are blocking you from really bringing out the abundance that you truly desire. So the third pillar is really, really important. And then you work on the 4th pillar, which is messaging and marketing. So this is all about how will you attract your ideal clients? Who do you solve those problems for, right? Asking those deep questions about what's your true message in the world? How do you tell your story so you can attract your most ideal clients to actually work with you specifically, and not somebody else who's in the same industry as you, right? Why would somebody want to learn more from you, to be educated from you, right? So messaging and marketing has a lot to do with education. So you actually have to educate yourself a lot in your field. Learn the exact words of what you need to say in order to attract your ideal prospects to you, how to attract the right audience to you, right? Because a lot of times when we are not in alignment to our soul alignment first, we're speaking a different language from our ideal client, so your ideal client can't hear you or can't understand what you're saying. So messaging, especially with the online business, is so important to know all the right type of words that are really aligned to your soul. So this is why I created the soul marketing power words, because it's the exact words of your superpower. And when we not speak from our superpower, we forget those kind of words, and we're actually speaking a different language, speaking a different type of superpower. And so we actually attract all the wrong ideal clients to you if you speak not from your superpower and you're speaking from your life challenges, right? So again, your life challenges looks like your superpower, but it's actually the energy that you, the energy and the gifts that you provide as an outcome of helping people. So the fourth pillar of messaging and marketing, you also have to master, because you have to have the ability to speak your truth, attract people and not repel people from you, right? So marketing is really, really fun and interesting. There's so much things to learn about. It never ends, right? But really what you need to understand is it's all about education, because only through educating your ideal client will they know over and over why they need to buy from you, right? Because you have the exact solution to their problems and their symptoms. So when you really tailor everything towards your ideal client, you will endlessly create money and abundance and opportunities and a connection with your community. So that is also a very, very important part. Is the fourth pillar is messaging and marketing. But again, you cannot do messaging and marketing the mindsets if you don't really know what your superpower is, because it always goes back to your soul and business alignment. What is your superpower will tell you everything about how you market, how you present your educational stuff that you do to attract people to you, how do you set up things, platforms that you should be using in your business models, right? So the fifth pillar is business strategy, okay, or strategy in general. So strategy has everything to do with how you deliver your content, or what are your offers, how exactly you are going to deliver the transformation that people want from you. And it's actually the outcome, is the transformation, is the end product. So we don't start with strategy actually until we really understand what is our purpose, our soul and business alignment, right? And the right mindset that's going to help you to know what's the key messaging or the marketing that you do in order to bring it out there. And then the biz strategy will make complete sense. So one of the reasons why I started talking a lot about my 5 pillars, and I've been explaining this for the past 2 years since I started my business, but I don't think people really get how important it is to have these 5 pillars, and any one of them that you lack in, you do want to hire or outsource somebody who can actually help implement that for you, right? So this is why we have VAs, we have marketing agencies, or we have mindset coaches, or we have people like me who really help with the soul and business alignment and the mindset. So the 3 major parts of the pillars is actually my expertise, but I also can help with the marketing and biz strategy, which not a lot of coaches can do, because I can do all 5 of the pillars and help you along the way to make sure that you are monetizing your superpower, you're monetizing, doing your purpose. So doing all 5 pillars, right, in that correct order is really, really key and important. And when you actually work with me in my Soul and Blueprints modality, we talk a lot about that also, helping you with those 5 pillars. and teaching you how you can coach people through that process. Whether you're going to go in business or you're a life coach or you're a graphic designer or a marketing agency, doesn't really matter, because you're going to be able to use these soul alignment blueprints in whatever type of industry that you're in, so that you can implement all of those 5 major pillars. And that's absolutely necessary to have all 5 of this. This is what makes a successful business for the long term. I've seen a lot of people just only start with strategy and then they kind of work backwards to figuring out what their soul alignment is. To me, it doesn't make sense, but for some people it does work, where they only focus on making the money and the strategy to get, you know, maybe the travel lifestyle or the luxury that they want. And then eventually they come back to soul alignment. But what's going to happen if you do in that direction, you're going to not feel fulfilled. You're not going to have fun in your business. You're going to lose track of your why, your true values. And we're seeing this a lot in the coaching industry. This is why a lot of people are kind of going away from coaching, or they actually are thinking of a different way to stand out in their industry, because it's too much on, oh, look how much money I made, right? Rather than look how many clients I impacted. Look how many people have grown and changed their lives, right? So it's actually really important to have a mentor or coach that really understands you from soul level from the beginning, and then help you move through each part of those 5 major pillars. So that's my real question to you, right? Like, are you really, really going in that direction, or are you moving backwards, right? Are you only looking for the strategies and the marketing messaging, rather than looking at the deeper stuff that you need to do in order to build, right, the right platforms that make sense for your type of soul? So this is why I'm talking about aligned strategies to your soul. It actually has a lot to do with the right mindset and doing things out of self-love, right? Because when I mean self-love, I mean doing it from the soul alignment and business alignment perspective, because everything that you create needs to be done, right, out of self-love. So yeah, here's the 5 pillars, right? So here's the 3 keys to success. So it kind of like, again, falls under the 5 pillars, but I want to talk about it in a different perspective. A lot of times why we feel like something is missing, that something doesn't feel right, is because we don't have these 3 major keys, which again goes back to the 5 pillars, but it's a little bit different the way I'm going to explain it. So the 3 keys to be really successful is you have to really know which one you're missing, and which one you need to grow, right? That you need to find a way to balance these 3 major things, okay? So the first one is mindset, okay? So what I mean by mindset in this aspect, a lot of people, like, for example, I know some of my clients, they're really actually good at mindset. Like, they journal every day. They, have a whole routine of how they do exercise with meditation, and then they do all kinds of like stuff when they first start in their day. They spend a lot of time like writing things down, getting clarity, looking at what things that they're making themselves get stuck, but they're actually not really taking action at all in their business, right? Because they're not balancing these 3 major keys, right? So the mindset is to really see where you might be blocked, right? Like that specific day, that is keeping you staying small, that's not letting you show up, right? Or, there could be many reasons why your mindset is stopping you from actually creating anything you want, right? And this is a daily practice. This is something that you have to create your own routine about, so that you know when you are blocking your progress from moving forward, right? So that's the first key is mindset. You can be really sucky at it too, meaning like you don't actually do any mindset work, right? You spend most of your time taking a lot of action, but not really knowing where are the things in your life and business that you're blocking yourself, right? Then you need to do more mindset work, right? Spend more time to do that. So that's the first thing, is mindset, right? The second key is strategy. Okay, so strategy is like the how and the action, like everything to do with like reaching out to clients, to you know, like specific things that you may do in your daily life that actually creates more abundance by doing the actual action, right? Connecting to people, talking to your community, like this, going on a live stream and educating your audience, marketing to them. It's like strategies are all under that. There's like hundreds and thousands of different strategies of how to do anything in your life, in your business. And I see a lot of people, if they're really good at strategy, they're just planning it all out, like planning their entire day. They've got their to-do list. They've got like everything all like set up the way that they think it's supposed to look like with their systems and structures, but they actually are not, again, doing the mindset. And they're like kind of actually keeping themselves stuck because they're just planning so much, right? Planning a lot, but the actions are not completely clear. Okay, so that's the second key, is strategy. The third key is soul alignment. So soul alignment to me is everything about really, really being clear on your path and your purpose and what your superpower is all about, right? To be successful, you need absolutely soul alignment. And the thing that people don't actually know is that they're doing their soul alignment wrong because they're not aligning to the right superpower. More than 90% of people, and I think because I've talked to like more than 400 people, when they explain to me what they think their superpower is and what they're actually doing in their daily life, I see like they absolutely are doing their alignment wrong. Soul alignment is really, really important, but we forget about what really lights us up, what really we do want to create, what makes us feel more free, what makes us want to create like amazing content, right? That comes from our soul. That's really strategies that come from our soul. So without the alignment piece, like everything will not feel good. It won't be fun anymore. It won't, you know, you won't want to do things that you normally used to like, right? Because you're not aligned to your key superpower, the thing that really lights your energy 24/7, right? Because a lot of times we're aligning a lot to our life challenges because we do value that. We do want to share that with people. But again, it's the gifts that we're giving to others. So when you have these three keys in the right balance, okay, that you have to see which one that you kind of suck at and that you're missing in your business model. And either one of them, they might fall on each other, but you really do need to know which one it is that you may be lacking in. It could be all three. It could be just in one. It could be in two. But whichever one that you're not really good at, you're going to have to build that skill. Because again, strategy has a lot to do with making sales and making money and marketing, you know, all the things that, you know, so you can have money to do what you want, right? Mindset has a lot to do with, you know, like I said, clearings and activations and getting rid of stuff that's not really aligned to you. Because of your mindset issues of the way you grew up, the traumas, the things that you need to heal, right? On a deeper level, those all kind of fall under the mindset. With soul alignment has a lot to do with your path and your purpose and which direction that your type of superpower and lifestyle you need to create that's really aligned to your superpower. That's where you're going to be the most happiest. So when you balance all of those three major things, it's going to make more sense. It's going to feel good. It's going to feel like, okay, so I lack at this, so this is why I need help in this, and this is why I have a coach just for that specific thing, right? So, for example, I have a lot of clients who are really good at strategy and marketing because they've already run their business successfully. They've already went to 6 figures and they're trying to get to multiple 6 figures, and they know exactly what they're doing. They launch everything on the right timing. They've, you know, they've sold out in their offers, and they feel really good that they're going and making that impact and that money, but they could be lacking doing enough mindset and soul alignment that they are actually not feeling happy at all. They're not actually enjoying the success or enjoying the freedom that they get from it, and they maybe have lost their direction, right? They lost their why, they lost their soul's voice, right? All of that is because they have a soul alignment issue, and people don't realize that it is a soul alignment issue that they need to deal with. They're actually looking for more strategies or some other mindset person that could help with them. But really, they need to fix their soul alignment issue first and then come back to the mindset and strategy. Okay. So that's one example where you can be really, really strategic, but you lack the mindset and the soul alignment in order to continue your success. Or again, like you can be really good at mindset, meaning you've done a lot of tools that help you to heal your traumas, that help you to move past a lot of fears or blocks that you're going through in your everyday life. You're journaling every day, right? Like I said, but again, you have no clarity about the strategy or what your soul is supposed to be focusing on, right, to create the lifestyle that you want. So then you just kind of like spinning your wheels, like doing everything in your head because you have a deep mindset issue that you need to deal with, but you don't know what the mindset issue is. Or you may even be aware of the mindset, but you're actually not doing the action to make the changes. So for example, I created my soul alignment manifestation method because I wanted to teach people how you can actually use your superpower and your soul alignment blueprints to break through mindsets that actually are stopping you from moving forward, right, in the momentum that you want, like hitting your goals, because you have mindset and self-love issues. Then you're not hitting your goals because you might have a mindset issue where you're not owning up to yourself, right, where you have perfectionism, where you have imposter syndrome going on, you have the shiny object syndrome going on, right? Like all of these deep mindsets that needs to get cleared. And when you have those issues, sometimes a clearing or activations can really remove any of that. So you can really focus on what you actually want to focus on, because too much of that noise is in your head, right? So when you have mindset issues, then you actually need a very, very strong multidimensional healer or somebody who can really, like a mindset coach, to get rid of it, but also like help you see when you're blocking yourself, right? So then you really need to hire a mindset coach, right? Like who can really help you with that. If again, you're not taking the right action that are aligned to you and you get really confused, sometimes it's just a serious soul alignment issue, right? Or you could have a soul alignment problem, right? You can be really good at soul alignment, meaning like you know what your superpower is, right? You know what you're supposed to be focusing on, like your path and how you're supposed to show up and all that kind of stuff for your alignment to your superpower, making the right lifestyle changes, right? And then also might be really good at mindset, right? Because you've helped lots of people break through a lot of mindset issues, whatever is blocking them, and you can see right through the noise because you know what their soul is meant to be doing, right? So like you're intuitively reading what a person really needs through their soul alignment and through seeing their mindset issues of what's blocking them, right, to do the actual action. So then you might have a strategy issue that you are needing a business coach, or you're needing somebody to keep you on track and accountable, to get to where you want to go. Then you might want to join a mastermind or join a business coach who really can help you with the how to do steps to get to the exact income goal that you want, right? So you see what I'm saying? That having these 3 keys and knowing which one you suck at and which one that you are really good at will really help you to break through a lot of blocks and move forward very quickly with those 5 pillars, right? So when you help anybody with in business or being successful, you will always run into these 5 pillars and always run into these 3 keys that could actually make you have a more successful freedom-based type of business. So that's my question actually for today is, so what is, out of the 5 pillars, right? So the prompt for today is number 1, what is out of the 5 pillars are you missing in your business, right? Like which part of it that you could really improve on, or you need to get back into remembering how to do that, right? So which of the 5 pillars are you missing? And number 2 is, which are the 3 keys to success that you are missing, right? So the 3 keys is the mindset, the strategy, soul alignment, right? The 5 pillars is the soul alignment, business alignment, mindset, messaging or marketing, and the number 5 BIZ strategy. So they really coincide with each other, by the way. But either way, like, you do need the 5 pillars, and you need to know which one of the 3 keys that you're really, really missing in your life and your business. Once you're really clear about that, then it makes sense on who you're hiring, what kind of team members that you're going to need in your life and your business, right? So for example, I'm really aware of so many different strategies, because as a business type of coach, I learned a lot from how my coaches coached me, you know, and all the things that I've learned, different ways of how to get yourself out there. But even though it is a part of what I love doing, it's not my strongest, because of the fact that I'm really, really strong with soul and business alignment and mindset, and a bit of the marketing. I do need a lot of help with the strategy sometimes. And the strategy meaning like how to make a multi-million-dollar type of business, right? I'm at that level where I do know exactly the strategy of how I'm going to get to at least $500,000. But again, to actually be accountable and to actually like take those steps without like forgetting the whole plan, right? We do need somebody to help us with that. But most of the time with strategy, you just need to be really clear on your soul aligned strategy, right? Your specific strategies that are aligned to your soul. And once you do that, then the strategy just makes sense, right? I can help many people with the strategy too, but it doesn't really make me that happy. It makes me really happy when I talk about all of the stuff that I'm talking about with you guys right now, which is the soul alignment business and the business alignment, the mindset stuff, because I know a lot of issues that people are running into is deeply related to self-love or mindset issues that they are not owning up to, and why they don't have the right strategies and messaging to make it make sense for them. So a lot of times when people work with me, they get so like clear on what they actually need to do, but they just need to like take those steps themselves, and then bam, 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 they get to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures very fast, because they know what's aligned to their type of soul type. So today I want you to think about it. What is the 5 pillars or the 3 keys that you're missing? Because that's going to tell you exactly what strategies that you need to do next. So if you've been feeling like, it's time to really get into your alignment, to, really like take a big leap in your business and your life, this is why the soul alignment blueprints modality, I think, will really, really help you in your life and your business. Because actually I will teach you these 5 pillars. I will teach you how to do grid work, manifestation altars, meaning how you can do healing on the land and people, and create better love and connection and peace in your life and your business. I'll teach you how to read the soul alignment blueprints, which is again the exact roadmap to people's souls, and it's going to tell you the exact path of which direction do you need to guide your clients in. And it's a good additional thing to whatever you're doing in whatever industry, whether you're a graphic designer, whether you are, a marketing agency or a sales coach, or, a regular life coach or business coach. All of this will be really, really good way to implement and make more money. And it will save you a lot of time, money, and energy, because you're going to create the blueprints from whenever you start with your clients. And then from there, you're going to know all that strategy and the mindsets that they're going to need in order to break through that, right? Because for example, like certain superpowers that really suck at marketing and messaging, and so they actually need more help with the strategies or marketing or messaging, and so they need to hire that kind of person. Or they could be really good at that, like I said, but they actually don't know what their alignment is and what mindsets are going to block them from moving forward. Right? So you can help your clients to get to that next level that they're wanting to, because you can follow my system and methods, which is the activate, revamp, and expand. I'm going to teach you how to do that inside of my modality too. So all of that is like, I know, going to be amazing information for you to use inside of your coaching business or a healer business, whatever industry you're in is just going to be a really good additional thing that you could add as an income. And you can actually use that in your programs, in your group programs, in your private programs. You can have the blueprints by itself, right? But the whole key is to teach people how to get through the correct, true path that's more aligned to their type of soul. So that's why actually I'm launching again for my second time. Today is actually the last day of signing up for the big major discount, which is $2,000 off for $997 or $2,997. Because usually that is the retreat. That's a 5-day retreat that you can also add on to it, where you'll meet me in person, where I will take you to the 3 major gateways here to connect with Lemuria and the Hawaiian roots. And so each of these 3 gateways, I'm going to help you to, really step into your leadership, to like clear a lot of blocks that might be restricting you by actually being in very amazing sacred places. I'm going to do the attunements, activations live with you. And also you'll be able to meet me here in person at my house, and we'll actually do some spiritual work, but also business and strategy, so it can help you to get to multiple 6 figures. So it's really like a spiritual business type of retreat that goes with it. And you can do it together with this modality or separate, because usually the 5-day retreat is a 5K, or the modality by itself is 3K. So it's a really, really comprehensive program. If you've been wanting to know what's the next level for you, this is definitely what's going to help you to hit your goals faster. Because again, you can charge a higher price using this, creating VIP options using this modality. And on top of that, you can learn how to do this on your family and your friends. You can do it, of course, with their permission. You can utilize this in your life and your business, and how you can communicate better with your clients, with your spouse, right, with any of your family and friends. Because when you learn about the soul alignment, the business alignment, the mindset piece that I'll be teaching inside of this, it will make more sense on how you can help with the messaging and biz strategy once you know what is their soul and business alignment. So at the end of the course, actually, I talk more about that, the marketing and the messaging and the biz strategy. But for the most part, in the modality, I talk a lot about what direction that you can help people to get on the correct path. So something to think about if you're feeling more like you need that extra boost. This is an amazing modality that could really help you to get to your next level. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. If this is really resonating with your type of soul, or you can just comment below this and share with me what are, your kind of like issues that may come up with actually doing the modality. So yeah, I hope this 5-day training was really helpful for you. This is actually going to really help you to find what is the strategies for your soul. Once you join my modality, it's going to make complete sense if you're really looking to that next level. So in the next couple of weeks, before I start the modality, which we start on April 2nd, I was planning on sharing more about PR messaging and marketing. So be sure to stay in contact with me with my soul alignment, Living for Conscious Living Facebook group, which is if you haven't joined, please go join that, because that's how you can stay in touch with me and receive any kind of these amazing trainings. You can also join my YouTube channel, which I have, like I said, hundreds of videos all available on various topics like these. You can just search my name, Leimomi Kilikuli, and you will find hundreds of videos on there. And you can also visit my website at www.leimomikilikuli.com. If you feel like you want to work one-on-one with me or in the group setting with the modality, I have various options on how I could help you in your life and your business, so that you can really, really work on the 5 pillars, work on the 3 keys to success. because all of these things that I've taught over the past 5 days is what I actually work with my clients in order to help them at that next level. And I call that actually my Being Alohi method and my Being Alohi Academy, where I'm teaching you all of this multidimensional healings and clearings, mindset work, and the soul alignment blueprints modality that you can actually learn from me and then be certified to do it on others. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to put the link below for the soul alignment blueprints modality to see if you really want to do that. It's only until today, Saturday, that you can get the $9.97. But if you feel that this is calling you and you really want to work with me on this, just feel free to reach out to me, even if you're seeing this video way later, but would like to join. I hope that I'm going to actually make all of these retreats and this modality more available to others in order for them to scale their business. And this is one of the best way to do that, is starting with the modality itself. Alrighty, so I love you all, and I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Aloha.